Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city. And on today's program, we're going to let you know about a unique traffic study that, if it works as planned, could alleviate some of the traffic congestion in and around Vandalia. We'll have that story for you. We're also checking in with our Vandalia Recreation Center, where you can climb our climbing wall absolutely free. But our first stop today is here at Stone Quarry Crossings. Now, as you can see, there's some construction projects going on right now. As we're about to find out, we just received word of another company that might be looking to build here in the coming year. Word is Vandalia is in the running for Project Skin, a manufacturing company looking for a new home that could bring a large number of jobs to the city.
A company that will consolidate some existing operations that are in the state already, but also create another 130 jobs. What it would mean to Vandalia would be just under 300 jobs with a estimated $15 million payroll. Which is very, very significant.
Assistant City Manager Greg Shackelford says the competition for the project is stiff, with locations in 2 other states in the running. But he says the Dayton region's workforce development supports might be something that tips the project in our favor.
Fortunately, I think in our region, they would have some pretty good opportunities to fill those positions, where I think that maybe give us a leg up on some of the competition.
The next step is a grant application that Vandalia will file jointly with 2 other Montgomery County municipalities.
It would be a huge win. I know it's very competitive. There are also 2 other states that their project could conceivably go to. But from what I understand, it would save about 160 existing jobs and then also create another close to 130.
The project continues, meanwhile, for Superior Abrasives. It's a Dayton company building a new headquarters in Stone Quarry Crossings. Shackelford says the project should be wrapped up early next year.
Superior Abrasives continues to take advantage of some of the really good weather that we've had in the early part of the fall, and I think they're still targeting maybe late first quarter or early second quarter next year to open.
Also at Stone Quarry Crossings, word continues on Manufactured Assembly Corporation's new addition. Shackelford says MAC has been a true Vandalia success story.
It really is, because they initially were in Vandalia leasing a space over on Webster Street, and they decided to stay in the city. They were our first private business at Stone Quarry Crossings. They've had 2 phases that they've completed now, and they're starting on a 3rd phase and considering some other options for down the road in the future. I think they're at slightly over 100 employees now, but I think they probably could add another potentially 50 to 100 employees if they continue to grow the way they've been growing. It's just really been collectively in their industry, they've had growth with their existing client base.
The existing client base at Vandalia's Senior Citizen Center, meanwhile, is celebrating today as one of its most popular programs is expanding. Senior Coordinator Tony Williams says the popular Van-Tran program, which offers low-cost rides to local destinations, is expanding to 5 days a week service.
So we are now offering Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is a big increase. So if you're currently a member, you have more choices. If you're not a person that's part of Van-Tran, and you don't have to be a member of the center to be part of Van-Tran. You just come in and register, pay me a one-time $20 registration fee that's good for the rest of your life.
Van-Tran takes members to appointments and shopping destinations in and around the Vandalia area, with round trips costing anywhere from $2 to $6. Williams says you don't have to be a member of the center to use Van-Tran, but she encourages folks to join or renew their memberships now during the annual membership drive.
That is going on, and I will take that through the mail. You're walking through the door, I'll take that anytime to get renewed. If you're a new member, that pays for the rest of this year and all of next year. So right now is a bargain. You're paying for 15 months.
The center offers loads of programming throughout the year, including some educational presentations.
If you're not a member of our center, Sinclair is coming on November 17th from 1:30 to 3:30. They're going to talk about Bonnie and Clyde. that notorious couple during the Depression that went around robbing people, and some people thought that they were like a Robin Hood. Well, they're going to talk about the real Bonnie and Clyde and their crimes and then how their lives ended.
From shooting bad guys to shooting baskets, our next stop today is at the Vandalia Recreation Center, where they're preparing for the big turkey shoot.
We are celebrating 31 years of hosting this event, which consists of 2 family members, an adult and a child competing in a little basketball competition to win a gift card to go towards your Thanksgiving family feast.
Recreation Supervisor Alicia McCracken says the turkey shoot is Saturday, November the 21st in the Rec Center Gymnasium. Winners get gift cards good for all the fixins for a Thanksgiving feast. Things get started right at 10 o'clock, and even though you don't have to pre-register, they do encourage you to sign up in advance.
We've got different age groups depending on how old the kids are. We've got lowered baskets for the lower age groups, so we can have competitors from 3 years old all the way up to 18 for the kids, and plenty of room, lots of fun happening as a community.
Registration is $5 for Vandalia residents and Rec Center members and $7 for non-residents. The cost, meanwhile, for another special November event at the Rec Center is much lower than that. On November the 21st, from 6 until 8 p.m., anyone and everyone is invited to check out the Rec Center's climbing wall, absolutely free.
It's free of charge. Anybody can come in, member, non-member, anybody. We want you to come in and climb the wall for free, experience what it's like, have fun doing it, and it's for the whole family. Adults, kids, anyone can come and do it.
Recreation Supervisor Sarah Levy says the climbing wall is good fun and good exercise.
It's a great exercise. It can be pretty strenuous for upper body strength and lower body, and we have different walls too, different harder walls, easier walls. So if you're a beginner, we have specific walls to climb. That's a little bit easier, and then we have some more difficult ones that can really be a hard workout.
And now for a quick update on some road projects taking place around town. One that's been hard to miss this past month is Phase 5 of the Streetscape project, which is giving National Road west of Dixie Drive a new and improved look.
Work has begun on the north side of the road. They have the new curbs in, the new sidewalk is in. They're going to be installing the brick pavers here soon. And once that work is done, they will move over to the south side of the road, and they will work as long this winter as the weather allows.
Service Director Rob Cron says the work will likely wrap up next spring, with Vandalia's business corridor getting a much-needed facelift.
When the project's all said and done, what we're going to have is a continuation of our downtown streetscape with the brick pavers, the decorative trees, the new street light poles. That's going to go all the way down to what was the former Morton site on the north side, and on the south side of the road, it'll continue all the way down to Long Street.
Another project underway these days is the traffic signal project on Northwoods Boulevard and the I-75 exit ramp.
They have the foundations in for the poles now, and a lot of the underground work has been done. Once the poles get delivered, then they'll be installed, and we're not too far away from completion of that project, probably going to be done sometime in December.
Cron says when the project is complete, it should help with some traffic congestion there.
What it's going to do is help some congestion there at those northbound ramps. A lot of times during peak hours, you have trucks backing up down the ramps to the highway, and also people waiting to turn left onto the highway from Northwoods Boulevard.
And while we're talking about traffic congestion, the city is participating in a traffic study that could go a long way towards cutting down on traffic congestion in the city's business district.
We've got some video equipment that we've hired a consultant to take a look at some of the traffic and possibly eliminating what might be some of the congestion at some of our key intersections. We're studying the traffic of vehicles, trucks, and everything, just to see what kind of movements they're making, what are some critical areas that we might be able to help this problem if there is a problem, and that's going to be part of what the study tells us.
Cron says Vandalia is taking advantage of a study being conducted for areas west of the airport access road, extending that study to include other areas of town.
It's kind of tied together with the project that's going to go on out west here in a few years, where they're looking at doing some improvements to US 40 west of the airport access road. So we've kind of piggybacked on that project to have this study done all at the same time.
Now this is a slightly different type of traffic study than what we're usually used to. Not only are we counting the number of cars that drive along our city streets, but we're looking at the volume of traffic and the types of vehicles involved. Are they cars? Are they trucks? Are they large trucks? Hopefully, with enough information gathered, we'll be able to come up with a game plan that'll keep these streets clear and flowing freely for years to come. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.